King and queens, I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself, man. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. We on our way to 2,000. We on our way to 2,000 subscribers, man. Hopefully by the time y'all watch this video, I've been able to hit that mark, man. Remember, a slow grind is better than no grind. We're going to keep on going and keep on growing. Y'all see by the title, by the thumbnail, what we got going on, man. Let's talk about it. Black hair, man. The good, the bad, the ups, the downs, corporate, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Let's call a spade, okay? This is authorized. This is authorized. This is authorized. The South of France is authorized. This ain't authorized. Okay, this is called the Afro taper, which is 100% authorized in the military, in the army, in whatever branch, all right? You can absolutely wear these hairstyles in the military. That doesn't mean you just get to wake up in the morning and roll out of bed. If you want to wear longer hair, just do your hair. All right.
I'm going to be completely transparent and honest with this too. Y'all can check and correct me and have y'all rebuttals in the comment section below. With the military, Air Force, Marines, Navy, all of these things, I never quite understood why they don't allow y'all to wear like beards as long as they lined up, like even if it's long. You know what I mean? I never really understood that. As long as it's neat looking, it's clean. And even with hair, it's like, but I get it. I know the hat, but I'm talking about as far as the look of it. Do you think it's because they think it's a neat look, or just because of the system and how it's structured? And we know who started it, right? We know who was the higher ups. Is it just because they're stuck in their ways and they don't want to adapt to the new style of how things are and the look of things? Because you can have locks and they can still look great, phenomenal. You know what I mean? You can have not dreads, I'm sorry, because I don't use that term, locks. You can have braids and they look super fire. You're keeping them up. You can have a fro, curly fro. You can have an afro and it'll still look unique and dope. So I don't really understand that. But then too, my hairstyle does not take away from me being qualified to do the job.
A good example of what to look like is Tim 2 Official. And I don't know him, but I'm willing to bet he has one of those little like foam things. He gets up, he does. This is called the Afro taper messy, meaning that it has become so long, or you have went so long without combing it or doing whatever, that your hair is beginning to twist and lock up and hang over. That is not authorized. If you are facing back.
No, that was a curly, crinkly type of fro, brother.
Backlash for having the Afro taper conform to the regulation. It's simple. Keep your cool. But if you have that Afro taper messy, you are out of regulation.
Yeah, see, this is probably why I probably wouldn't have been able to join, especially when I was younger. Oh my gosh. Now I get it. You're going to get into this because you're trying to actually start a career, right? And it's so, man, listen, it's so many benefits, right? It's beautiful to join the Air Force, the Army, the Navy. Like, it's dope. I know some amazing people that are in it, and I also know some robotic, stick up the butt people that are in it as well. But I just know when I was younger, man, I wouldn't know. And it's bad to say now that I think about it. It's like, I didn't want nobody telling me what to do with my hair. But me personally, even now, at this age that I'm at now, I love to have the freedom to be able to switch up my look. I can have, y'all probably seen it. I done had waves. I've had mini fro. I've had, plaits. I've had braids. I got the curls. I mean, it's so many styles that, I love to just try out. And that's the beauty of having a job that does not really care as long as you qualify to do the job. As long as you got the right credentials, they don't care. Some jobs care more about your appearance. And of course,
It's been 1 month since I wore my braids in the corporate office for the first time, and I'm still going strong. Yep, and they're still fire. But I just got my hair cut today, so it's looking really good today. So to give you an update, I get dirty looks sometimes. Yes, I do. And that's either inside the office or outside of the office. I get dirty looks. But that's okay. But I'm willing to, bear that consequence because I am going against culture norms, right? I am going against culture norms, but I think it's worth it because I think representation is important. So there's young people that I'm around all the time And it's good for them to see a professional with hair like this and being able to, be in these spaces. I think it's important for them to see that, because that will inspire them to get into these spaces, and then it will help the next person. And then the second part of this, I think it's important for me to, wear my hair this way, because it kills the stigma that just because you wear your hair a certain way, that you are a certain way. So if I'm able to, pull some people up and to change minds of people that think that just because you wear braids or you wear longer hair, that you act a certain way or you are a certain way, I think that.
And just imagine that, right? Imagine you being expressive with the way you wear your hair, right? Switching it up, whether you got locks, braids, or if you have the curly fro, or if you just have a regular fro, combed out, pressed out, whatever. Imagine somebody looking at you less than because of that, when you probably are overly qualified to do the job. My hairstyle takes away from nothing that I contribute because of my knowledge. My knowledge is there. This is only an enhancement. This is only, my crown that I wear on my head. And it's amazing that we live in a world that will judge you based off of your hairstyle versus your work ethic. You got some places, they require this certain look even prior to you getting a job, even a job interview. Some of us feel like we got to go and cut our hair off, cut our facial hair off, just in order to be a runner up to get the job. We don't even know if we're going to get the job. We're going to do all of that and end up, to me, I feel like losing a piece of who we are. And I'm so glad that I don't work a job that, does that. They don't discriminate. You are allowed to wear your hair the way you want to wear your hair. Now, I'm in a different job field than most people, but at the same time, still, I love that I don't have this kind of job, because I don't know how I would operate mentally. I don't know how caged in mentally I would feel. And shout out to this brother, by the way, man. Listen, to all my brothers who rock braids, I don't care what age. To all my brothers who got locks, you rocking a fro, whatever look you, waves, all of that, man. Continue to rock the style that you feel comfortable rocking, and don't be afraid to switch it up. You know what I mean? And just know that your work ethic is going to speak louder than anything at the right place. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes certain jobs don't deserve you, and it's easier said than done. I get it. I know, people got to have, jobs, and it's hard to just give up a job because of a hairstyle. And also, too, be a grown man about it. I'm not telling you to quit no job because of your hairstyle. I'm not telling you that, right? But if you feel like you're getting pushed against, backed up against a corner, or you feel like you're getting, isolated in a sense, and people are picking you out or just picking on you because of your hairstyle, come on, man. How much torture do you want to go through? How much ridicule do you want to suffer? That's not cool. A work environment is supposed to be peaceful. Who wants to deal with that at work?
That work is very important, and it will speak volumes. So thank y'all for supporting and liking the video. Oh my goodness, there's so many people that shared and liked and comment. And thank y'all for everybody that had positive comments to say, and thank you to everybody that had negative comments to say. I think this is important, so thank y'all.
In corporate life as a black man, your haircut is going to be judged before your performance. Think about it. You walk into the office with a clean fade, low cut, all of a sudden people are saying you look professional, polished and sharp. But showing up with twists or locks, you look edgy, you look different, right? I can promise you guys, the work hasn't changed, the results haven't changed, it's just the perception now. Now, corporate America versus corporate UK, I feel like corporate America are definitely louder when it comes to diversity, but again, that's just due to a larger black population in the US compared to the UK, of course. I still remember when I went 9 months without employment, right? And I had an interview for a law firm somewhere in London, I think it was around Fenchurch area. So I remember going in for the interview and I say to the receptionist, I'm here for this role, here's the hiring manager's name. Hiring manager now comes down to come pick me up for the interview. I kid you not, she looked at me like she didn't even realize I was going to look like that. And she then went to go shake my hand, but very reluctantly. Literally that same day, I kid you not, I got a rejection email. I don't know, but this happened for a good 9 months until I shaved my hair, cut my hair, and then I then landed a role for one of the biggest insurance firms in the world. And let me put it like this, I have a lot of friends that have created companies, right, to improve diverse hiring. And if diversity wasn't such a problem within these companies, those companies just simply would not exist. And it would not be a gap in the market. It just simply wouldn't be a gap in the market. So yeah, that's just how I personally see it. And I think people need to kind of wake up on that. Thanks to my mom and dad for always telling me to just keep my hair neat and tidy.
I'm not the biggest fan of braids for myself, just because it makes my forehead look bigger, in my opinion. But my past employer kind of made me scared to keep my natural, like, little fro. Also, keep in mind, I've never grown my hair out, so I didn't know how to really maintain it. But she'd make like subtle remarks. Wow, are you gonna get a haircut or your hair? So it kind of made me scared. And she would, everyone always asks my age whenever I get to these jobs, and I don't like telling it to them. So I always hit them with that trick. How do I look? Oh my gosh, you got it on right on the nail. So I always lie, or I'll just say whatever that they said. But now that I'm comfortable in this job, I'm taking these cornrows out in like 2-3 days. Then I'm cutting the beard, but I always keep this look because it looks more mature to them, and they always think I'm older than I am. But I don't know the correlation of braids, how that looks more mature and anything like that. And I've just decided now that I'm comfy, I'm just gonna do what I need.
If you think a black man has to cut his hair off or get a low haircut or go bald to look professional in a work environment, you might just be anti-black. Me and my coworkers was talking about this the other day, and I was just telling them how, like, before I got this new job and in previous jobs, my father and just older people just tell me like, oh, you need to cut your hair off, just get a clean cut, look professional and blah, blah, blah. And it used to always piss me off because I just be like, bro, like, ain't nothing wrong with my hair. This is my natural hair. This is the way it grows. You feel me? Like, if it looks like this, what's wrong with it? You know what I'm saying? By professional, I believe professional is supposed to mean have a haircut, okay? By haircut, I mean a line up, a tape, you know what I'm saying? Don't be out here looking rough. Trim your beard, you feel me? Line it up. Professionalism is not going bald or having low haircut. Because you will see John and Jim out here, and they have their hair in a mullet or however they want to have it, and it's professional. And they have it all in front of their face and everything. But when I got dreads, or if I got twists, or if I got my afro out and it's twisted or it look crazy, but I got a haircut with it, that's not professional. Nah, it seemed kind of racist, just a little bit. But even if it's not, it's definitely something tied to it. But I need us to get out of it. Like, we gotta break that cycle of, oh, you gotta cut your hair off to look professional. No, bro, I'm gonna wear these twists. I'm gonna wear my afro. I'm gonna wear it curly. I'm gonna wear it all picked out. If I want, like, that's professional. Having a haircut, that's professional. But anyways, let's take a moment to admire these twists I got in that I had in for 2 weeks and they looking kind of rough. But hey.
Black hair in corporate spaces from the perspective of somebody working in corporate. Hi, my name is Kamar. I'm an intern in private equity in New York City. And as you can see, I got long hair, like real long hair, bro. I got inches. I'm never cutting my hair. And there's a few things you have to know. Your education has to be on point. For reference, I have 3 majors and I'm gonna go do a double master's program. I have a minor. I'm doing economic research.
With everything he just said, right? He's not even done. He's about to list some more, sound like. And shout out to this brother too. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to him. Imagine prejudging him. Imagine judging him just based off of his image before he even speaks. You will be putting your foot in your mouth, insulting this man's intelligence just because of his hair. That is wild to me. Think about that. Think about somebody judging you before even having a conversation. And of course it happens in day-to-day life. People could look at you. You don't have to say nothing. And people will judge you based off of how you walking, how you look, you know what I'm saying? Your clothes. And it's like, just have a conversation with me. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was arrogant. I thought you was cocky. I don't know, bro. I ain't think you was just cool. Because you didn't have a conversation with me. I may look standoffish because I'm lonely and I'm by myself at Walmart, or I'm in the mall. I got my headphone in, or I'm just zoned in, or you can't judge me based off of just my appearance. Now I get it. I'm not saying that you can't be aware or critical, or, you know what I mean? I get people critique. I'm not saying that. But to judge a person's intelligence and mindset just based off of you viewing them is wild to me. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm gonna be doing case races, case studies, and all of these things. I have experience working on deals of valuations and things like that. So ultimately, yeah, that's just why I can do it.
As a black man, you have to cut your hair to move up in this world, brother.
Yeah. Doctor, you see it? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. And my boy locks long too. His hair is super long.
Black women hate their natural hair. Your first half of black women who hate their hair are delusional. These are the girls that claim that they love their natural hair, but can't wear it out in its natural form unless it's sleek, knotless, away, edges, or slicked back in any way, shape, form, or capacity. These are the ones that go to bat telling you they love being black and love their natural hair, but only see it on wash day. Then you have the other half of black women who hate their natural hair because they can't make it look like something it's not. 8 out of 10 of y'all are trying to turn your 4C curl into a 3C curl with some extreme hair gel. You're manipulating your curls or trying to manipulate your curls to embody or look like a looser texture, instead of just embracing the texture that you naturally already have. Then you have the black women who don't feel comfortable wearing their natural hair unless it's a certain length. Don't let your hair stop at your neck or your shoulders. It's not being seen. A lot of y'all feel the need that your hair needs to be long before you feel comfortable wearing it out. Clocked it, now stop it and do some healing.
As a black man,
I used to be one of the
You know, we see a lot. Look, y'all, I'm going over some of the worst hairstyles you can have as a black man. As you can see, fade's crispy. Let's get started. Starting us off with number 1, the bald fade. Like, bro. Like, I'm not gonna stay on this one too long because it explains itself. Like, the fade exposes your head shape too much. We all know very few people actually have a good head shape. Like, the expression's on his face. Bro's hitting the 1,000-yard stare. He's cooked. Next, we have starter locks. Like, respect.
It's amazing to me how your own people be the ones in position to judge when they have no room to judge. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that first haircut at all. That was super clean. Shout out to this barber.
Thankfully, I understand it's a process, but if I were y'all niggas, I would just skip that shit and let my shit grow out. Like, you really
Just get a cool, clean lineup. Keep your edges clean and sharp. Fire, bro. I don't know what he talking. He don't know what he talking about.
got maggots growing out your shit. And what makes it even worse is y'all niggas have the audacity to start shaking that shit. Like, you're catching me with a beanie on for the next 3 to 6 months if I had that. I'm not gonna cap. Like, if you think about it, this nigga really paid someone to give him that shit. Think about that.
That had locks, they're looked at as unprofessional because they have locks. Their hair is not as neat as the
They don't
same
crown
time.
it.
Like
Crown that. No, they
the white man.
definitely do that.
Yes,
You
yes.
get
You
locked
have
up.
locks.
They want you to cut your head. Like she said, that's true about the locks, because you could get locked up or anything,
Yes.
and they want you to cut your head just for you to get a chance to come home.
Yes.
Because they look at you like you a demon or
In the
something,
corporate
like you so
world,
aggressive,
for
and that's not
black
even
men,
100%
locks is
true.
not it.
Nah, that's 100%
And a lot
true,
of my
and that's why I
friends
cut
that
my
I know in
hair.
IT, they
That's
had
why I
locks.
cut my hair. That's why I don't have hair now, because I was looked at like I had a fucked up attitude. You know what I'm saying, back in the day, but they used to look at me like, oh, he's a menace to society. Once I got hit with that in the court of law, I said, a menace to society.
Without it.
That's crazy, man. Man, I'm gonna say this. Do I think hair is spiritual? It depends on what your practice is. It depends on what you got going on. Do I think anybody and everybody should be in your head messing with your hair? Absolutely not. Do I think it's beautiful? Do I think it's dope to see my brothers and sisters have creative hairstyles from all type of different, you know what I mean, ideas? Like I say, locks, the braids, the waves, the fro, the curly, man, 2 strands, every style. I think all of it is fire. I think all of it is amazing, man. And I think the more we put it in these people's faces behind us being educated, behind us being hardworking, it's nothing that they can do. They can't deny us. So whatever you do, don't let your hair define you. You define what style that you want. Wear your crown the way you want to wear your crown. Never let it hold you back. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hold it down. All right, man, that's it. It's so much I can say. I don't want to ramble, but I can go on and on about this situation. But yeah, to all my black people, love each other. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so judgmental towards each other. Let's start embracing each other, man. the more that we are hard on each other, it makes it a lot easier for other people to be hard on us. Always remember that. All right. With that being said, slow grind is better than no grind, man. We on our way to 2,000. If we ain't there by now, we'll be there soon. But yeah, that's it. Love, peace, and prosperity. Hello, everybody. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevate until we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. All right. Go on.